Spanking the Monkey by Karen Dawn. It's fantastic. I think with a smart, goofy title and short, very digestible excerpts about a lot of different topics, I think a lot of people will be able to take in information that they wouldn't get otherwise.
I'm a VJ on VH1, so I get paid to introduce rock stars, so it's only fitting that I reintroduce the vegan vixen, Miss Karen Dawn, as well as John and Heather. Come on up here, guys.
It's a good meaty read, but it's presented in as sort of fun and pop culture-y and easily digestible way as possible.
Thanking the monkey, and I said, spanking the monkey? She said, no, thanking the monkey. Silly. So I started reading it. It's wonderful. It's full of great stories. It's full of tragedy, but it's also full of great stories. It's impossible not to be altered in some way after having read this book.
And I was talking to an African woman who was just incredible, and her best friend was the starving baby in the original Live Aid. And she said, you know what? If they just stopped drinking lattes, then they'd be able to help us. I found it was absolutely true, and all this grain was being shipped back to Europe to feed the cattle.
You know, to produce 1 pound of beef requires 3,000 gallons of water. And so when I find a conservation organization say we have to conserve water, well, simply just don't eat the steak on your plate, and you're going to, you know, you don't have to worry about the extra 2 minutes in the shower. You cannot be an environmentalist unless you're a vegetarian or a vegan.
If you're not going to stop eating meat, just immediately go 2 days a week. I'm just having salad or vegetables or some other form of protein, soy, seitan, a wheat-based protein. Just try it on for size.
I think everybody is good at the end of the day, and we want to be good. And a lot of times we just really don't understand a lot of these topics because they're a little too dark and a little too upsetting to look at, but this is fun. It can be fun, you can look fabulous, and nobody has to be hurt or die in the process, you know what I mean? You don't have to be numb and dumb to be fabulous.
In the book they talk about, imagine this gorgeous coat of a dog, and they skin these dogs alive in China, Alsatian puppy and Labrador, and use it for fur.
For me, the most important way to get people interested in animal rights issues is to make it fun and to make it accessible and to not always have gloom and doom stories left and right, because we all know as animal rights activists there is enough gloom and doom out there. So I think when you can wrap the gloom and doom in a really fun, fabulous read, then you're going to educate millions more people. And I think that's exactly what Karen did with Thanking the Monkey.
Something that pops out besides my own work. Some of the other cartoons are really nice.
This piece is about how cows give, and we just take, and when the milk is dry, we just slaughter them. Good times.
I think the book is perfect for college students. It's kind of like animal friendliness for dummies in a lot of ways, you know. It's also, I think, a great book for parents. I think your conservative parents will even read this book and go, all right, I don't agree with all of it, George, but your mother and I have stopped using that detergent. I think it needs to be in Urban Outfitters immediately. It needs to be available in every college bookstore, and it needs to be a free copy available on every old folks home in the country, so that grandma, when she comes for Christmas, is talking about something new.